Whew. Sorry if my energy levels are suspect. I've got this whole area feels like garbage today. Definitely coming down with something, but too much good news. Well, too much to not talk about. We've got an incredible get woke, go broke story. We've got the Elon Musk up in smoke story, and we've got Mac Miller rest in pepperonis. Didn't know Mac. I'm not going to pretend like I care that I'm absolutely heartbroken. But let's actually start there. Mac Miller, very popular rap artist, passed away today of what appears to be an OD. Now, didn't know Mac. Not going to spit on his grave, but this is a moment that I think we need to talk about the epidemic that is prescription drugs and the fact that we've got fentanyl coming in from all over the world. Now, I don't know that's what was his drug of choice, but his death is not a tragedy. It is sad. The addiction problem is what the tragedy is. A problem that, quite honestly, is glorified by rap music with their singing about purple drank and drinking the scissor and taking the Percocets. You can listen to lyrics in a lot of modern rap. They talk about popping pills all the time. And my hope is that, unfortunately, obviously his family heals and finds some peace, but that everybody virtue signaling right now about his death takes a moment to look into perhaps what his drug of choice was and considers donating some time or spreading the word on people working to get people off this type of thing. I've got a family member who has OD'd more than 10 times, and she's on pills. Or some form of them, and eventually they go to heroin after they can't afford the pills anymore. I don't know that that's the case with Mac Miller, but there is a serious problem with these prescription drugs being abused in the United States, and I wouldn't be surprised if that's where Mac Miller was at. Obviously, he didn't OD from weed. That's not physically possible. And then we have, speaking of weed, Elon Musk hit a blunt. Oh my God! The far left media, who would both argue for legalization but also hates Elon Musk, have been all over this. Hit a blunt on Joe Rogan's podcast, and now the Air Force is looking into taking away his clearance because they do have some extraordinarily strict rules about this type of thing. Now, I am not necessarily a Elon Musk fanboy, but I am a fan of what he does to push this nation forward, specifically the space program. His cars, I could take or leave them. Hopefully they push technology forward. You cannot deny the impact Elon Musk has had for this country in a positive manner, and it will be unfortunate when the media continues to circle the wagons. And has this space program hurt in any way? If SpaceX is hurt in any way by this, I will be shocked. No, I won't be shocked, but I will be obscenely pissed off. It was a mistake. Elon should have known better. He's very smart. I'm sure he was just trying to live by the win in Rome. He's also in a state where it is legal. Probably wasn't passing through his mind that the Air Force, of course, will be looking into this. My hope is that, obviously, Elon really isn't involved in the day-to-day operations. I'm not sure he even necessarily personally needs clearance in order for things to continue on. My hope is that the Air Force will look into this and move on. But the media, given their contentious relationship with Elon Musk, is sure to not let this die over the weekend. That much is a fact. But the episode with Joe Rogan was pretty hilarious. He was doing some drinking, doing some smoking, whipping around a samurai sword. It was a very, very, very good episode. So if you watch the Joe Rogan show, I'd highly recommend just enjoying that for what it is. And let's hope that this doesn't get blown out of proportion. Now, if you've been following the trend of employees at game developers shitting on the fans, or perhaps the Jessica Price story, where she openly shit on fans and eventually was terminated from her position, you know that in the last week, Daniel Z. Klein, an employee of Riot Games, vehemently was defending their sexist panel at PAX, which only allowed women into and he had some very harsh words for fans, for women on Twitter, and well, the internet was not happy about it. And he had said things like, if we look at his Twitter feed, Zora, assuming a female, was replying to his thoughts about the women's only event at PAX, and he responded, fuck off, and sea lion somewhere else. To, of course, 451 favorites of really mature response. No problem, he should be fired soon because of the Reddit post. Well, that was September 1st and September 7th. Dun 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 dun. You're fired. 2 Riot employees leave under complicated circumstances after PAX session excluding men. Well, I wouldn't say it was complicated. He attacked the fans and he was terminated. He got woke, went broke. 2 Riot Games employees depart. Not were fired, depart after defending a woman-only PAX event to League players. Oh my God, the spin. The spin is unbelievable. No, they were not fired for defending the event. They were fired for arguing and talking down to customers while while displaying the Riot Games employee banner proudly on their Twitter profiles and on their Reddit feeds. One employee says he was fired for violating Riot's social media policy. Well, obviously that's why he was fired. League of Legends developer Riot Games has been dealing with allegations of sexist work environment for the past month. 2 employees who defended a diversity efforts left the company yesterday, anonymous sources confirmed to Polygon and Kotaku. No. It wasn't mysterious. They were fired for yelling at and making their company look bad. System designer Daniel Klein and communications associate Matthias Lehman were known to be outspoken on social media with the games community. Most recently, the discussion revolved around controversial decision some events at PAX open only to women and non-binary people. Klein told The Verge, I was fired for violating our social media policy. It's still unclear if Lehman was fired or quit. I'm sure he was fired. Most employees at Riot have come forward that describe the company's sexist culture and prioritizing loud male voices at meetings denying women. All this, of course, was baloney. Of course, I don't see anything. Notice they have these tweets where Daniel is fine, but they don't have any of this one. Or how about all of these? Men are ridiculously overrepresented in gaming. They're listened to when women are ignored, promoted when women are passed over, lauded for speaking out when women are called difficult to work with. So, yes, in the interest of justice, equality, and fairness, men need to be excluded sometimes. That's perfectly fine. Trust me. You'll have about 1 billion other opportunities that these women won't have. But no, you have to be absolute overgrown toddlers and throw hissy fits. When one group has too much and one has too little, some must be taken from a group that has too much. interesting communist thought. That sucks. And if you're used to being catered to your entire life and being made to feel the most special boy in the room, the above will be your reaction. If you've never had to think about this for 1 minute of your life, congratulations! You're privileged as fuck and have been benefiting from a system that makes the lives of other people hell. I sincerely hope these man babies crying in that thread will grow up one day. Fast forward to today at 1 p.m. I'm packing to fly to Orlando tonight, so I don't have time to say much. I will say this, though. Design at Riot, I loved you, and I wasn't done learning from you. That's what hurts the most right now. You treated me fairly with respect. I hate that I can't continue our work. I wonder if they have sea lions. If he goes to SeaWorld, maybe he can go see sea lions in real life. That might be fun for Daniel Klein. Now, I don't normally like to celebrate people losing their job. I would have rather seen an apology and a change in behavior. But what this means is it's working. When the employees of these game development companies speak out, speak down, it's not that he supports feminism. It's not that he wants the space to be inclusive. It's the things that he said to customers while under the Riot banner, calling people man babies, telling people to fuck off. This is not behavior that is acceptable. So with Jessica Price, now with Daniel Z. Klein, and the other Riot employee, if we didn't have any effect on Riot Games or the Guild Wars 2 franchise, for example, they wouldn't have been fired. That means we are having an effect, and I'm very happy to report that there is now a job opening for a woman. So Daniel Z. Klein, thank you for your sacrifice. Hopefully this will create a great opportunity for a woman like you've always wanted. I hope you enjoyed today's video. Remember, the Incredible Salt Mine is going to be on very quick. We'll talk to you again real soon.